All right.
The Addams Family.
Da-na-na-na.
That is not what we're doing. This is, we can't afford that, by the way. We can't afford those rights.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's not public domain yet?
No.
Oh, okay.
So, welcome everybody to another episode of
Serving you.
You.
And you, and you, and you.
And you, and you, and you, and you. We're adding to the song. This
I
is
love
the
it.
remix.
It's almost like Sound of Music style. The Von Trapp family.
So, my topic today, it is my topic today.
It is.
My topic. And my topic is...
He still doesn't have one.
No, it is.
He came into this without one. He is shooting straight from the hip.
No.
He is putting this together in his mind
Disagree.
as he's talking.
Have a topic. I'm trying to figure out how I'm describing it. But I'd like to, instead of a debate that we've had the last couple episodes, where we have a topic that we can debate.
We've
Okay.
been debating.
Yeah. Friendly debates.
Yeah, friendly debates. It's not like a negative type thing, but
I
it's like,
see it as a discussion.
well, I guess that's a word.
Tomato.
And so, this, I think I'd like for us to break down our thoughts on, our experiences with, and extrapolate a position in a restaurant that I think is somewhat overlooked, and I think people can learn more about. Today is going to be an informational episode.
Extrapolate. Okay.
I'm thinking missionary as the position, but I don't think that's what he's talking about.
I like. Oh, never mind.
So, reverse. No, I'm kidding.
Reverse cowgirl?
Yes. On the booth. It's really easy on that table.
Who's had sex in a restaurant? By the way, years ago, maybe a decade plus ago, was in some publication, New York Times, some shit like that, they came out with the #1 restaurants for people to have sex in.
Oh,
Do you know what
really?
the answer was?
Pizzerias.
No, Melting Pot.
The
so 'cause
fondue
it's-
place?
Because it's so dark. and-
Because it's so dark, because the way they're set up is like long rows with booths.
That's fair. You
and
get
so you can
pretty
hear
private.
people coming because
Yeah.
it's all wood, so you can
Yeah,
hear people
yeah, yeah.
walking.
You can hear people coming.
You always
You
hear
can also
people
hear
coming.
people coming. It's like, what's in that cheese?
Literally. Something extra now.
Plus, it's a lot of dates that go there. So, yeah,
No, it is
Melting
pretty
Pot was the
intimate.
#1 place for people to have sex.
Good to
Which,
know.
by the way, that's a lot of hot oil for sex to be happening.
I would be scared.
Yeah.
Something
some people,
spilled.
Some people into it. But that's not the topic.
Oh, sorry. Damn it.
Although we will get into you two having sex in restaurants, by the way.
We didn't have sex in a
No,
restaurant.
not together.
I don't know. I don't know where the bond comes
Where's
from.
the commas at? I think you know where the bond is, baby. It ain't me and him. Not that way.
Punctuation is important.
So important.
I'd like to talk about the host of a restaurant. What
Or-
hosts?
Or hostess.
Host or hostess.
He is so
Well, when I hear
sexy.
hostess, I think of Twinkies. I think of cupcakes. So the cedar person. I was trying. How do you make it gender neutral?
You said cedar person? I thought cedar the
Wood?
wood.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
They smell really good.
like a puppet?
So I feel like it's an underappreciated position in the restaurant. I feel not every restaurant has one, and I feel like a good one can make a good restaurant.
You're opening the doors to debate again.
I feel like a good one can make or break you as a server.
That make or break you as a server,
It
but
is
also
so underlooked.
how servers treat hosts as well. I think
Super important.
I think the outside may not understand exactly what that host position does, and I think this is a good episode to kind of peek behind the curtain for some people that aren't in the industry, and maybe in the industry, maybe we can give some tips on how to treat that person better, or
Yes.
how that person could be better.
Yes.
So that's my topic. My topic that I've had planned for a while, and
30
is in
seconds.
my notes,
For 30 seconds. Somewhere.
is host/hostess. Delicious. or a problem?
Depends on the person standing in front of you. I feel like that job is super important in a restaurant, both from a customer's perspective and an employee perspective.
Yeah.
Because you as a customer, if you walk in and your hostess has a bad attitude or talks out the side of her head to you, it can set the whole tone of the meal.
Yep.
And then as a server who comes behind that hostess who talked out the side of her fucking head to the table, then has to smooth things over and try to like appease the person who just got disrespected as they sat down. As a server, I feel like a hostess is important because, you know, like in my restaurant, we have regulars. You get to know what people tip. Some people are really good tips. So as a hostess, you can pick and choose where that really good table goes, and you can control the whole flow.
Also, in theory, you know, their job is to create balance in the restaurant. So their job's multiple, right? So breaking down the host job is greet the guest as soon as they come in. So that way they feel welcome to the establishment. Now their next job is going to be make sure that the kitchen isn't being overset, because a kitchen can only do so many covers in an hour.
Fair.
Ideally to make sure your food's coming out at a certain amount of time. So even when you're like, but I see open tables, the kitchen may be overwhelmed. The host really has control over how much is happening there. And then the next thing they do is making sure that the servers are treated fairly. Ideally, that's what they're doing.
Ideally.
So the amount of covers are the same, and covers are the amount of guests that sit in the server section.
Ideally.
So that way all the covers, you know, if somebody has 20 covers, well, this person only has 5 covers. I need to get them a couple more covers. And then when people are leaving, you know, it's also making sure people felt welcome, that they were, it's that last thank you that actually helps seal as you're walking out that door. So it's a very important job that is typically staffed by a 14-year-old girl that's put up front, and it's her first time working in restaurants. It's a lot of responsibility. I have found the host job is given to, which has so much as we just talked about, is given to sometimes the least experienced person.
I know. That's real.
And it's funny, and you know how I like to make everything about comedy. It's funny because in stand-up, the traditional format is, funny enough, a host, a feature, and then your headliner. And the host is typically the least experienced comic. And then feature more experienced, and then your headliner's the most experienced. It's typically how it is. But in some big cities, I know in Chicago, they want a feature-level comic hosting, because that's your first comic you're seeing for the night.
Really?
If they're hilarious, the rest of the show goes so smoothly.
Like a fluffer.
Yeah, it's really like a fluffer. It's getting the audience ready. So basically, like, if you have somebody that's brand new to this, they're not setting anybody.
Nope.
Everybody has to dig out and dig out.
Can't do it.
So,
Yeah. You're right. A very experienced person should be up front
a
as a
very
hostess.
experienced person makes such a big difference.
It does.
At that front.
And I don't think that's happening.
I don't think it, I think, again, it's usually, oh, you're new to restaurants?
Yep.
Seat people.
It's totally unacknowledged.
Yeah.
I agree, Jeff.
Because they think it's just seating people.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not.
Talk on a bad experience, Matt.
Oh, we've only got 20 minutes? Well, I won't say that. I'm not going to point out one particular experience. I'll just say, here's what I have seen. You know, you have a host or a hostess that they don't know what a smile is. They don't know how to greet people. They just, and then the whole just one? Oh, just two? You know, and so they grab the menus and then they run to the table, throw the menus down, and you know,
So impersonal,
and, you know, the customers are still 30 feet behind because they literally ran to the hostess ran to the table. So I don't think. I think it's a very black or white kind of issue. Either restaurants get it or they don't. You have the restaurants that are like, oh, well, you know, they're just seating people. But then you have the restaurants that really understand the importance of that position. As a matter of fact, a couple of times, and I rolled my eyes at this, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, this tells me that they're putting thought into it. They don't call that person a host or a hostess. They'll call them something like director of first impressions.
Oh.
What restaurant is calling people this?
Typically, I have seen it like at a receptionist or something, but I have seen a couple of restaurants that call their hostess director of first impressions, and I think that's very important because that is exactly what they're doing.
I equally hate that and love that the same amount.
Yeah.
And
I
that's very
agree.
weird.
I hate and love that too. That's like calling a custodian the
Yeah.
director of technical maintenance or some bullshit. Like you're fucking custodian.
But for
It's
the
okay.
people that do,
Which is a very important job.
It's okay. We all need them.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be real.
but for people who do work as a host or a hostess, I don't want them to see their position as transactional.
And minimal, yeah.
Because
That's fair.
I will say right now, I cannot tell you, well, let me not say it that way. It is not that often anymore that when I'm leaving a restaurant, the host or hostess will say, thank you for coming in. At that point, they're completely ignoring you because they're done with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they finished eating, they paid for their meal, they're walking out. So,
I'm going to talk on two experiences one from a fine dining and then one from a 3-meal-a-day restaurant, both at the hotel that I worked, right? So one at the fine dining, I had a host who, she said this, she goes, Jeff, I'm the only job in this restaurant that can be replaced with a sign. And I was like, I mean, I hate that you think that, but you're not completely wrong. I'm going to please wait to be seated. You know, seat yourself sign really takes you out of the equation.
Right? But still.
But also, I didn't like, and we'll dive into this a little bit because I think this you'll have some stuff to say. A strong host also takes a strong willpower because servers can be
Bullies.
sharky, bullies, sneaky.
Bullies.
You know, the amount of times as a manager I had to tell a server to please stop talking to the host because I know what you're doing. You're trying to get more tables. You're trying to sneak your way in.
Oh, that's real.
But-
I might bring you treats.
Yeah. But I will talk about a great host. I was immediately ready to promote to server type thing.
Right.
And it's a weird thing to say promote. Maybe I don't mean promote, to move to server so they can make some more money. I'll say move. Because I don't want to say one position's better than the other. Promote makes it
But
sound
you make
better.
more money at
You make
once,
more
so
money
that's
at
a
server, yeah.
promotion as a basic definition.
But she was at the 3-meal-a-day restaurant. She was so good because she was very sweet. She was very kind. She said hello and goodbye to people when things were busy. She kept But when things were dead at the host stand and she wasn't doing anything, she looked around the restaurant and would get refills for people. She just wanted the experience to be good for people.
Yeah.
And that's why I was so happy to be like, do you want to be a server? Because
Yeah.
you're already caring about the totality,
Right.
which is great.
Right.
But I just feel like I said, I think when people walk into a restaurant, they're like, oh, that's the person that seats me. But they control, again, they make or break a kitchen. You know, people may not think about that, but, when
No,
it
that's
came
real.
down to as a manager, when the kitchen's being overwhelmed, I'm as a manager coming up to the host and saying, hold seating for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's easy for me to say, done. My job's done. I've told the host what to do.
Yeah.
Now a host has to deal with upset people.
Yeah, who don't
saying,
wanna
"Why
hear
can't
that."
I?" So it's a real tough position because you deal with a lot of people's
do.
emotions.
That's fair.
In that, and now add to it in today's again, I got out of the nuts and bolts of it before to-go orders became what they are. Right, I was into management before COVID. After COVID, to-go orders jumped up, and then shortly after COVID, I got out of the industry. So I have not had to deal with. And now we're adding to the host is typically the one taking a lot of to-go orders as well. So now you're seating people, you're being aware of how many covers everybody has, you're watching the kitchen and make sure they don't go overboard. And now I have to take every phone call that comes in and write down these to-go orders and deal with this and make sure. So it's like we're adding more to it, and I don't know that we've added the pay up on it. I don't know that we've added the experience to them,
No, we haven't.
right?
No.
So I just think it's one of those cogs in a restaurant that is underappreciated,
Totally. Underrecognized, acknowledged.
underrecognized,
No, I agree.
probably underpaid.
Yeah,
if we're honest,
definitely.
because I feel like if you pay them right, you're going to get a seasoned person in. But why would a seasoned person go in there if you're not going to be paid right?
Oh yeah, no. That's why I would throw the hostess girls, like when I worked downtown or
Yeah.
in different restaurants, I would, give them extra on a good night. Like, thank you, here's $10. Thank you, here's a little bit of money. Or at Christmas, you bring them treats and stuff.
Oh my God, when a host got a tip, are you like if got somebody the seat they want. They're getting
Yeah,
money.
dude.
Ooh, you get a host or hostess money. It make as a customer, chef tip. As a customer, if you grease that host, I don't care if it's at
Both as a customer and a
any
server. Yeah.
restaurant. If they do something nice or blah blah blah, and you give them just a couple extra bucks, their day is because they don't get that.
Yeah,
They're
I agree.
underappreciated.
And the next time you come in, they'll pay attention to you.
Yeah, and I always try to treat them, regardless of how they're being, we try to treat them, I know Matt and I will try to treat them very nice, even if they're like, rah, rah, rah. And then, but it's funny because that, like you said, that starts the
It
table
does.
off.
It'll
That starts
set
the whole experience.
tone, dude.
The experience starts at the door. and
Always,
if they're
yep.
not there,
Yeah.
if they're not
I
at the
agree.
stand, if they, it's-
Exasperated by you being there.
Yeah.
Oh, Madonna Mia. Like, how
like
you
you walk
gonna...
in and they're like, people.
I know, right? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, oh my god! I love that you're here. Please keep coming in.
So it's just I just wanted to touch on
I like that, Jeff.
kind
That
of,
was a good
a little bit of explaining out to people, kind of a peek behind the curtain of the industry. I know we did that a little bit more in some previous episodes, and we've gotten
Just
into
about
more.
food running. This was good. You talked about the importance of
we
that.
do a lot
right?
of esoteric type thought processes on this about, how does this work? How does that work? Should this work better?
It's
But we don't
fabulous.
really talk about we haven't done as many about the people. And I know my topics are typically the least watched. Do better, public.
I wonder why.
Do better, Jeff.
Thank you. Operator error.
Well, some of these episodes aren't getting published. And by the way, every topic you guys bring up, it's just going to be the solo camera on me. Even when I'm sitting
Our
quiet
voices.
for 8 minutes, it'll just be me sitting there listening to you guys for 8 minutes on all of your topics from now on.
You're so petty. Fucking A.
100, I'm Tom Petty up in this bitch. I don't care.
Yeah.
This is great. I love you guys.
So, all right, so let's go ahead and this is going to be a real quick episode. Let's go ahead, give a quick rundown. We'll go through, give 2 things that make a good host, in your opinion, Matt, Melissa, and then I'll finish it out on the episode.
2 things make a good host or hostess. Being attentive
Okay?
and being cordial.
Okay.
Damn it. He took mine. I like the being cordial.
Okay.
I think that's the most important thing for a host or hostess is just to smile and even if you have to pretend to act like you're happy the people
Yeah.
are there in front of you because our lights don't go on if we don't have fucking customers. So
Yeah.
thank you God for walking in the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what about being like a good organizer and paying attention to detail?
That's super
Yeah,
helpful.
detail oriented, staying prepared, and having that structure. The structure starts at the
Fair.
front.
Detail-oriented,
And then, the servers will fall into that structure. And strong willed, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I think, a big thing to me is the being cordial, being pleasant, understanding you're the first and last impression
Mm-hmm.
a customer has in a place. But being strong willed in knowing, not letting people dictate what your job is.
Yes.
And knowing that, like, taking ownership of this
Yes.
is my host stand. One thing that when I worked at
Professional.
Beaks, one of the owners hated that I would call it my restaurant. I'd
Mm-hmm.
say my bar, right? And she's like, he doesn't own stake in this. But personally,
But you want your service
you
employees to
want
feel
that.
like that.
And I want a host
They
to feel
treat it
like
better.
this is my host stand.
Yeah.
This is my restaurant. Because the more they feel that way, and as long as they don't get drunk with power, I think the better job that
Yeah.
they do, the better job they do, the more servers are making equal money, better money. Everybody's happier. People are coming back.
Right.
That type thing.
Everybody
it can really
wins.
make or break. So it starts at the front. It ends at the front.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an often overlooked employee, and I don't think they should be. No, they cannot be replaced with a sign. Technically, yes, they can. But it's a different experience.
But they shouldn't be.
They shouldn't be.
All right. Well, would you call the host?
The end.
No.
No. Okay.
Matt said no.
So
Back it up.
if is the
Yes.
host to the front of the house?
Yes.
What the expo is to the back of the house?
No.
Okay. Well.
No, and that's stupid. You even.
Whoa, I don't
No.
think we had to use the S word, Chad. That's a little harsh.
No, it's an interesting analogy.
Because I see both as kind of the cog that keeps the
Yeah,
rest
both-
of the gears turning.
100%.
But you know,
That's
I'm
true.
stupid. What do I know?
He didn't say you were stupid. He said that was a stupid question.
And I'm kidding. It's a decent analogy.
It's decent.
I don't.
decent.
Well, you're
I think they're both. I think they're too different to be compared, though. But I get what you're going with it. Yeah, I get where you would say that.
Yeah, so I'm stupid and decent.
Okay.
Do you
I
have
feel
a
like that's
third?
what you're going to focus on.
Do you have a
It's gonna
third adjective?
deteriorate. It's gonna deteriorate. Quick, wrap it up.
Handsome?
Ooh, good move. Smart.
He saved the best for
He
last.
did.
so-
Yeah,
Okay.
Not
you're
stupid.
decently handsome. You're stupid.
You were so fucking close, Jeff. God, back away.
And that's another episode of Serving You. You forgot to say it.
Serving you.